Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, sir. Okay, so we are going to start our webinar for today. Uh, is everyone ready? Okay. So first of all, good afternoon to you all. Uh, I'm Shiva Singh, and I'm extremely delighted to welcome you all on this Engineers Day to a webinar organized by Babaki Pathshaala for placement and enhancing skills. Let me give you a brief introduction of Babaki Pathshaala. Babaki Pathshaala is an online platform which provides an opportunity to users for their overall development rather than just academics. We ensure and this by offering a wide platform including extracurricular as well as mental health support to the users by offering them psychological help. We aim to develop the skills required for handling the real life situations and to diversify the real life and to diversify the knowledge areas of users so that when they enter the real world, they have ability to handle it. Now, we have two renowned speakers, Vikram Kumar and Gautam Shahi, to take today's session. Just to mention you all that Vikram Kumar is a software engineer at Walmart Labs India. He has 8 years of experience in this field. Prior to Walmart, he has worked with HP, R&D, IBM, and Reliance Communication. He did complete his BTech from Haldia Institute of Technology in 2012. He has interviewed more than 400 candidates and mentored many software engineers. We have our second speaker as Gautam Shahi, and Gautam Kishore Shahi is a PhD student at the University of Duisburg, Essen. He has a background in computer science where he has gained valuable insights in India, New Zealand, Italy, and now Germany. Gautam received a master's degree from the University of Trento, Italy, and bachelor degree from BIT Sindri, India. Outside of academia, he worked as an assistant system engineer for Tata Consultancy Services in India. So now I would like Vikram Kumar to give a glimpse of today's webinar. And after that, I would like Gautam Shahi to speak few words about this webinar and what we are going to do for today's session.
Yeah, thank you for introducing me. And hi, everyone. So first of all, happy Engineers Day to all. And thank you for joining. And yeah, so today's agenda is mainly, it will be more of Q&A session. And apart from that, this webinar will be more focused on, future career planning, how to make a resume, and any question. So it is like ask us anything, whatever you think, whatever question in your mind, you can ask anything. So, but yeah, it should be focused on the job related for computer science.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, over to
Uh,
Gautam.
yeah.
Gautam, you are mute. Gautam, you are on mute. Can you unmute anyone from Baba Ki Pathshala?
Yes, I would like Ajay Maurya to kindly unmute Mr. Gautam.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, I don't had permission to unmute me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. Sorry, sir. Sorry from
Problem.
our side.
By the way, thank you for inviting me. And first of all, happy Indian Year's Day to all. And hope we will all do success in our future and contribute to the country as an engineer. And as we already become said, like we are going to answer any kind of question which you find like we are like you are looking for I mean confused or wanted to get some advice. So please don't shy and you can ask whatever you are like willing to know from us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So let's begin today's session. And my very first question, or you can say the dilemma in the present situation, which is currently going on. So I would like to ask Mr. Vikram Kumar that, so what do you think about the present situation of completing a BTech or being an engineer, especially in India?
Mhm. So yeah, so what I will say that current situation we have COVID situation also. So I strongly believe that every crisis come with an equal opportunity. So if COVID has come, you have equal opportunity. You should find that opportunity and you should prepare. So what I feel that I mean I have seen many freshers didn't get job this year due to this COVID. Many got delayed in offer letter. So but you should think in a positive way. You should focus on your preparation, and in 2 to 3 months everything are going to be fine, and then market will just bounce back. So now market is little down, but it will bounce back, and I can see that I mean it has started. So yeah, don't worry, take this crisis as an opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I believe that this whole 8 to 10 months period is a great opportunity to enhance ourselves. That is the best what we can do in this present situation. And Gautam, sir, I would like to just discuss about like what are the opportunities after completing BTech or uh, this degree, and what are the skills one must possess to get a placement or a job up to like a good package. Like we are seeing many people who are from the technical background and still working in the sales department, uh, and they are getting paid only about 10 to 15,000 being a fresher. So what do you think, what are your views on this particular thing which is happening these days?
So first of all, like once we finish or about to finish for the students who are in the final year, there are a lot of opportunity after your BTech. It's, you have to like decide, and that comes and the decision comes on various background, or on your financial stability and or your ambition and goal. So if you can either go for a job, you can either or you can also go for the higher studies. And the regarding the job market and the salary, I think here we cannot control these things because these things are usually controlled by the government, and our government don't have any wage rules, so companies can pay whatever they want. Some companies paying 15,000, some companies paying 1 lakh with the same qualification with the from the same college. So what you can do, like you can excel your skills, like you can improve your coding, you can improve your aptitude so that you can appear for the bigger companies and get the job in the I mean that company. And don't expect too much because companies are also like filtering based on the name of the college, because there are many policies on that. So we cannot I mean as a student from any college you cannot change that. So you can just try, keep trying, and once you get job in one small company, also try to gain the skills in that company. Once you have skills, after a year or 2 year, you can still have a good opportunity. So I know many of my friends started with TCS, now working in a big company like SAP and Google. So, and don't think too much of the salary, because salary is a one part, but skill is the most important part. Once you have a skill, once you can crack the coding interview of big company or inside of the big company with big good package.
Okay, thank you, sir. Vikram, sir, would you like to add something on this?
Yeah, I think what Gautam told, that is, I mean, very correct. And we should not feel that we are even most, I mean, if you are from tier 3 college, you should not think that we are from tier 3 college. Even I was from tier 3 college and currently working in a tier 1 company. So it's like you can learn and you can, I mean, you can enhance your skill. Then company will always respect your skill. So company nowadays mainly looking for skills. And once you have 2 year of experience, after that, your college will not matter. That your skill will always matter. So you should focus on the skill side. And even if you think that you are not good in data structure or you are not good in coding, then you should focus your career in that way. Like you can aim for testing profile, you can aim for database administrator, you can aim for system administrator role. If you have some experience after 3 4 years, you can aim for product manager. So these are the people who will have technical knowledge, but they basically they don't code every day. So like even if you are not good in some of the area, you should frame your career in accordingly. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. You are truly correct about this one. And sir, when we talk about skills, like basically whenever we go for an interview, like talk about any department, if we are going for a sales interview, if we are going for some technical interview, there is just one basic skill they test, that is the communication skill. And that is the place where most of the students or the professionals lack. So, what do you think is the like one basic technical skill? Why it is not in the demand still now? Like they only go for the communication and the personality development skill, and they don't check the technical skill. So, what are the other things that we can add so that, and what can be the situation in this step accordingly? So. Sir, Gautam sir, would you like to say something about this one?
Maybe, I mean, like I can say there is no replacement of personality or communication skill, because if you are working on any company, they try to make their reputation, and so you have to communicate in English. Like the customer sitting in abroad, like you have to have some English knowledge, you have a good ability to talk or communicate, convince the client. And for the skills, yeah, I mean, on the top of communication, you can add skills so that you can compensate those part. But like if you so like we are very good in our mother tongue, we are very good in Hindi, but the only problem, like we hesitate to talk in English and we hesitate to talk in front of others. And its problems come happens with everyone. Like when we are in second year or third year, oh, today's interview, how we will talk, we are nervous. But like once you are going up and up, then it's like a daily uh, I mean, it's like a daily job. So for that regard, I will just suggest talk, start talking with yourself. Like it's not like some, don't treat it like some disease, but like just stand in the front of mirror or read some novel or write something, so that you will get. I mean, when you will speak more, then you will know that you are lacking some of words, you are facing some grammatical issue, and slowly within few months it will be improved.
Okay, thank you, sir. Vikram sir, would you like to say something, add something in this particular skill development part?
Yeah, I think as Gautam told that, yeah, communication skills is necessary for every field. But again, it depends. Like if you are going for sales job, maybe you need very you need to be very good communicator. But if you are going to like in software development or somewhere, so communication skill is necessary there also, but not into that much extent. So you can compensate, like Gautam told, that you can compensate your communication skill with your technical skill, your core skill, etc. So even and communication skill doesn't mean that you should only speak in English. You need to learn how can you present your thought. So you need to think in that way also. Yeah.
Okay, okay, thank you, sir. And sir, like these days, coding is a lot in demand. Like we are seeing every day that there are students from 6 to 14 years of age, and they are learning coding through via social media platforms and everything. They are even going to the classes. As I am a teacher, and I have my students who are learning coding at such a young age. So, sir, what do you think? Will it be helpful for them? And what is the future of coding in India, especially? And how can we compare those children, those who have already completed their BTech, and those kids who are still learning coding at such young age? So, what can be the difference in these two particular age groups when they are going for the job, basically in any technical department? Vikram sir, would you like to say something?
Yes. Coding or programming, if you ask me, I'll tell you coding or programming teaches you how to think. So when you are coding, your thinking power will improve. So definitely it is going to help. But personally, if you will ask me, I mean, I don't want that any 6 year, kid is learning code. It doesn't make sense to me because
Okay.
there is many things which need to which they can explore. It's not like from 6 year if they started coding, I think they will miss many things. But yeah,
Right.
if you are engineering student, I think you should learn coding. And coding will help you in software development anywhere, and even not only in the job, it will help you in your thinking ability. If you are coding a 1 hour 2 hour daily, your thinking capability will increase. Yeah,
Okay, sir.
Gautam, any
Sir,
thought?
I
yeah,
completely
Gautam
agree
sir.
with you. So because it's like many of us like are a good maybe good player in any game like cricket or tennis or anything, or maybe like singing. But how many of them of are you like actually playing cricket or actually singing song in company? I don't think anybody has apart from some culture program. You don't have opportunity to do it. So like the for the young people like 6 year or 14, I mean 14 years guy, they have so many things to do in their life apart from the coding. So like what they are learning might be not useful in future. So if somebody is learning coding class 8 or class 10, they are doing something in bachelor's in I mean economics or history. So yeah, I mean that skill will they will help in their future, but not exactly what they learn in their school age with such hard work. And for the bachelor student, I think don't take like a coding is a big thing. It's just a part of your life. And I say think like coding is an art. So many of us don't know how to cook. Many of us, whenever we're kid like 4 year or 5 year, don't know how to make a sum of 2 plus 3. But slowly and slowly we learn it. So give time to coding. Start from scratch. Don't take shortcut. And just only one key success for the coding: practice, practice, and practice. And solve your maximum of the error by own. Don't look like anybody will code for you. Once you start learning solving error, then you can code a very, I mean, you can be a very good coder in few months.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, sir. And sir, like there are many students who are confused about programming language selection. So different people have different opinions of having language. So I just want to know which language we should start with, and it will be benefit for our future, basically. Gautam sir, to you.
I think students should not have much worry about the language selection because they don't have any I mean, they don't have to deal with any security. They don't have to deal with like infrastructure, so that they worry about like which language we should develop and all. So they have kind of very much freedom. And I will say like they can, as per the course structure, they can start with C or C++ or Java. So and like and then they can choose one language. So like don't worry and don't run for like, okay, I know C, I know PHP, I know Java, I know now I want to learn .NET, I know want to learn machine learning, I want to learn Python. Just stick to one language. Maybe to, I mean, even still you can go, I mean, write the coding competition in C and Java. And because every platform has like opportunity to choose the coding interview platform has opportunity to choose the language and see which is the easier. But if you want to write a code in very few minutes, then Python can help, because due to the structure of language we need to write less number of lines of code. But if you don't know Python because you don't have any courses in college, then don't worry, you can still do best in Java. Yeah, but considering the job market, I will say still Java is like the big boss, because many of the companies has project in different language, but maximum are dealing with the Java because of many security and other organization issues.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Now, Vikram sir, I would like to ask, these are the questions which all of them are facing these days, like how data structure or algorithm is important for us to face placement interviews.
Yeah, so if you are asking me about DSLGO, I'll say if you are looking for software development engineer, then I will not use should, I'll use must. You must know data structure. Data structure is everything about how to structure the data. And if you don't know how to structure the data, then maybe you can be joining any company and you can do the coding part, but at last you need to learn. So it's basically you don't know the basic. So data structure is foundation. Like I'm not talking about the other job profile like testing or product management or other profile program manager. But if you want to be a software development, you should learn data structure. So let's say if you want to keep something in memory, you don't know which data structure should use. You should use. You will never be able to organize the data in a correct way or in an optimized way. So if you ask me, from all experience, there is one thing I know for sure, that being a software engineer is not about learning new language. It is about solving complex problem in efficient way, and this requires sound knowledge of DS. So yeah, one more thing about DS is they are very universal. And they are language independent. So you can learn DS and then you can learn any language. So that is the reason nowadays most of the company focusing on DS part, because they think that if they know data structure, it means they know the basics. So they can code in such a way that they can write efficient program. So because if you are working for any product based company, time always matters. Let's say you are using any OS. Let's say I hope you might have used Ubuntu or some Unix platform. So if you are using any OS and if you are typing ls, so ls is just listing file, and suppose it is taking 2 minutes, you will not going to use that. So you need to always improve your performance. So to improve performance, you need to write optimized code, and for that DSH must. So I'll suggest that even if you have not focused more on DS, it will not take more time. Even if you start from final year, in 3 to 4 months, you can get to know about basic DS. And then if needed, you can, upgrade it to advanced DS. Yeah. So let's ask from audience. So
Okay,
audience, what
thank
do
you,
you
sir.
think data?
Gautam sir,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to add one point. So like people are mainly, like students are like mainly coding for like sorting algorithm and searching algorithm. So I will see like there are only counted list of data structures. I completely agree with what Vikram said. Like what we need to optimize based on our resources and the time, which we call like complexity also. Like so, don't like try to implement searching in C and then C++. Try to learn the concept, like which type of search can be used, which kind of data structure could be used, and try to apply in different problem. And mainly the data structure like linked list or array, these are kind of boxes, and you should know what kind of data can be fit in these boxes. And once you know, then you can fit, like based on the real world scenario that is happening with the like big company who asks in the beginning like how should we go with the good company with good salary. So they give you real world problem, and then there you cannot use like just normal array, and you can this because it will be hard to code. Either you will take more number of lines to store, and I mean more number of lines to write the code, or it will be complex to handle in one program. So if you know like you can use like mapping or something, then you can easily solve the problem. So try to learn which box is suitable for any problem, and then if you know the box, then you can just go and pick the box and write your program for that real world problem.
Okay, thank you, sir. I would request the audience to keep posting their questions so that I can ask to the speakers on behalf of them. And we have one question from Bhavani Shekhar. He is saying that I'm in final year trying to learn various topics like web and mobile development, machine learning, but do not know what to do after learning all these things. So I think, Gautam sir, would you like to take this question?
Yeah. So first of all, I will not advise you to run for many topics at a time, and because you are focusing on two different directions. So for web and mobile development, there is a lot of scope, and many companies are coming forward as like a front end developer, and many technology like I mean every 2 years or 3 years new frameworks is coming for JavaScript. So you can choose just one framework and try to like develop a small web application. And when you are learning any new technology or new programming language, try to develop an application so that you can, I mean, it's not like, okay, I know the concept how to write 2 lines of code or five lines of code, but can you develop anything like which can be visible, for example, in web and mobile development in the browser? So then you can also present, and when while developing, why I'm saying like you should develop a like application, that while developing you will encounter several problems like how should I connect with the database, how should I display fetch the data to the browser, and slowly you will able to know the entire pipeline, like how the user enters something in. I mean, developing is not like the static website with some HTML code. It should be dynamic in the sense it should get some input and store in the database. And there is a lot of scope in this front end development. And regarding the point of machine learning, it's still is like evolving topic, and in India many companies are using. But from the job perspective, I still have doubt. Like you will, I mean, I will not advise you don't learn machine learning, but from the job perspective, is there is a less opportunity because they still need something from the like very good college, or I mean, not all the companies are diving in the machine learning.
Okay, thank you, sir. Vikram sir, would you like to add on something to this
Yeah,
one?
as Gautam told, like even if you have learned machine learning thing, but if you are a fresher candidate, you don't know like which, I mean, which profile you will be getting hired. So I mean, suppose some company has hired you and they can give you a Java project. So that time, I mean, it will not help much. But yeah, you can work on one single project, and so that you can use it for interview purpose. So let's say always side project always help. I'll give you example how. Let's say if you are going to any interview, there will be some time limit, 1 hour. So I'll give my example. So in college I have one good project, I have done one good project, and many of my friend had not done. So what advantage I was getting, if I am going to any interview, they will just see in the CV that okay, you have done this thing, can you explain that? And I will start explaining. So I mean, what I say that I will eat their 15-20 minutes of time. So now they need to ask only 30 minutes. I mean, they will have only 30 to 40 minutes to ask their question, and 20 minutes I explain whatever I know. So it will be a big advantage if you have one side project. But yeah, apart from one, I don't think that it will make any sense. And let's say if you, I mean, if you can, I mean, upload it on GitHub, it will again make your GitHub profile good. So it will be useful somewhere.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
So we
one
have
point. Yeah,
next question from Ritu Verma.
Yeah, I think
And
Gautam was trying to add something.
yeah.
yeah, sure.
So
Sorry,
I
sorry.
completely agree. And why like GitHub is also good because you know how to version control system. And now, especially the big company mainly focus on this. Like, so if you say like we have a GitHub project, so it's not like just uploading a file on any web. So you can also, if you learn GitHub with very detail, then you can see like if you make changes, and like then it can, I mean, adapted in the GitHub, your like your website, I mean GitHub project, and then You can also explain the versioning control system. I think many companies are interested in that. So try to grab, if you say like, this thing, GitHub or any like any framework, you should know all the basic concept behind that framework or platform. Otherwise it can also become negative. So if you mention like one project, then if you should know most of the basic part of that project, and it will really help you during the interview.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. We have next question from Ritu Verma, and she has asked, what is the difference between product-based and service-based company? Please explain. As I am second year BTech student, so I'm not aware about this one. So, Gautam sir, would you like to say something?
Mm, in my opinion, it like mainly in the service-based company, they are concentrated about like clients, and they are developing they take one contract for any. I mean, clients, like client could be for first big. I think uh, the biggest example could be like any banking I mean website. So for if you take like the SBI online SBI.com, that is taken by TCS, and like ICICI Bank, that is taken by the Infosys. So like it's, and they keep changing. They are giving the contract to different companies. So in service companies, mainly we are dependent on the clients, where client give us some job, either to develop entire infrastructure as a digital form, or to add some features on that. And in the daily day-to-day job, we are kind of doing some kind of maintenance, or where people are also confused with the support. But it's not like support. We are saying, okay, hello, how are you? How can I help you? It's like kind of some request from the client, like they want to add some more feature, they want to add some more change the UI. So I see always 2 years the UI of the any like banking software, banking website changes. So this kind we want also one support. The UI changes is also kind of development. But in the product-based company, they also have some clients, but they are more concerned about their own product. So for example, in SAP, they have their own ERP system. So they try to
Okay,
add
thank you,
more
sir.
feature on their.
Vikram sir, a few words on this one.
Okay, yeah. So Gautam, are you done?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, as Gautam told, so basically service-based company is a company which is providing service to client. So let's say if you are opening a telecom company and you need a software engineer, you need software to run your company. So if you will start developing software, you will not be able to focus on your telecom thing, right? Let's say you are opening any business, any shop. So you need some furniture. So do you think that you will make your own furniture? No, you will contact some company or some shop which will give you furniture, and then you will always focus on your core part. You will never focus on extra thing. So like the same way, whatever Gautam gave you example, like if there is some bank will not hire software engineer directly, or I mean nowadays they are hiring, but earlier they were not like trying to develop their software. They were focusing on banking part, and they were giving this contract to any company who can develop software for them. So here service-based company is those company who is providing service to anyone. So example can be like TCS, CTS, Infosys. These are service-based company. So they are mainly providing service to any business. And like if I'll talk about product based company, it's the company who has their own product. Let's say you are using MS Word is Microsoft's product. So Microsoft is a product based company. They develop their product. They don't work for any client. I mean, they will more their client is either customer or some enterprise company, but they will be mainly focusing on the product development. So like if you talk about Microsoft, Amazon, Google, so these are product-based company. Google's product we all are using like Map. This is product of Google. So we can say that these are product-based company. And service-based company will have client. So what will happen in service-based company? If you are working, you always need to, I mean, listen to clients. So that's the main difference.
And also nowadays, this also scenario is changing. So, for example, most of you have appeared in some exam like hosted by TCS Ion. So this is also kind of product from the service-based company TCS. So it depends, but this is not like big product like Google Map or MS Word. So this is like sometimes the context is changing, but as Vikram said, like the majority of things are based on service or the product in the both companies.
So if you
Okay,
ask me
thank
that which company
yeah.
you should join, I will always be inclined to product-based company. But again, it's personal choice. I mean, if someone is more interested in management or consultation or in that, I mean, in that phase, then they can join for service. But personally, I think that you should always aim for product-based company.
Okay, thank you, sir. So we have another question from Biswajit Modi, and he has asked which is more effective, C++ or Python? So Vikram sir, would you like to answer this?
Yeah, so as we discussed that language doesn't matter. So effective, if you say, I mean, C++ was used if you will ask me 10 year back, most of the company were using C++. If you ask me now, so they are using Python. If you talk about data science or machine learning, Python is most widely used language. So it will change. Even today, maybe Python or Java is ruling the world. Tomorrow, some other company will come; they will rule. But for now, if you are asking me, are uh, you are you want to compare, I would say that Python is more demanding and effective. I can't say because it depends on use case. So sometime you need if you are going to develop any OS and all that time, C will be first choice. So again, it depends on use case. But if you are asking me the most, I mean, which is on more demand, I would say currently Java, Python. These are the language. I mean, most companies working at.
Okay, Gautam sir, anything from your side?
I completely agree with Vikram, and because this also depends on your like your interest and capability to learn. If you are interested, if you because it's all only difference with in any language is just writing the skill. So like if we know for our native tongue, maybe someone has like Bengali, someone has Telugu, someone has something else. But we all know like Hindi or English. But if you know the write the same word in the different way or the grammar is changing, the same thing happening with the language. So more or less, some there are some differences, but basically all are same. The concept of for loop will be same. Concept of it, like any data structure will be same, only the syntax will change. So it depends on your interest. If you think C++ is easy because you learn in second or third semester of your BTech, then you should go for that. Because nowadays Python is kind of new from if you compare for your BTech syllabus, but still if you can learn from the online video, you can learn it. And for overall easiness of the coding, I think Python is better.
Okay, yeah, thank you, sir. Next question we have from Aditya Jaiswal, and he wants to ask how to manage both gate preparation and for placements. So, Vikram sir,
Yeah, so if you are asking how to manage both, so if you are preparing for GATE, I think you will know in third year that third or second year of the engineering that you are going to prepare GATE. So at that time, what you should do, you should in second year you should focus more on data structure and programming, and third year also you can focus. But if you want to give GATE, so just before that exam, I think for GATE, 100 days is enough, 100 or 110 days. 3 to 4 months is enough. So before gate, you can completely focus on that. And then again, once gate is completed, then you can again focus on the programming part. But yeah, if you are doing this, you need to, you need to know in second year itself so that you can focus on programming that time and later you can focus on gate. And I think Gautam can share more because I know he did higher study. So maybe he can share his own experience on that.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like first or second year is should be used for learning programming and the coding. And I also think there's no much difference because nowadays Gate also tend to. I didn't clear Gate somehow, but I have the experience of writing Gate. So like in Gate, around 10 to 15 marks are coming from the like logical question for the programming, and basically consider of C, DS, and C++. So if you know how to write a good program, you will be easily able to answer that questions. So that I think that is also a bonus part because not all of the computer science students know those part in the gate, and for the other discipline also. So if you're preparing for the like placements, then you are going for the many practical problems like solving it. It will definitely help in the gate. And there are some other subjects which are involved in the gate that which are not usually discussed during the interview. I think you should separately focus on that. And if you are dedicated, then you can manage both, and then you can choose whichever you like, higher studies or the job.
Okay.
Yeah, even
Thank you,
whatever
sir.
you like, for gate, if you are learning OS or you are learning DBMS, these things will be, I mean, useful in interview also. If you are good in networking or DBMS, you can, I mean, you can write it in your CV, and maybe most of the question will come from there.
And it also depends on the company where you are, like which companies are coming your college. So if some company is coming for networking, then your computer network knowledge will definitely help. But so your knowledge will not go and waste. Like it's just depending on which company you are coming and which skill they need it.
Yeah, Gautam.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else would you like to add, sir? Yeah. Okay. Fine. Now we have another question from Rohit Kumar Sinha, and he is asking that can coding will be helpful for mechanical engineers also?
Yes, if you want to be a software developer, then it will definitely, I mean, it will be helpful. And it will not only be helpful, you need to learn, right? If you are going in the IT field, you need to learn the coding. But if you are thinking that, I mean, you are going to your core field, then it may not help that much. But again, if you know coding, somewhere you will apply. So even if in your you are going to your core company, there will be some process somewhere you need to automate that. So there your coding skill will be helpful, and it will make you different from others. So I know a few of my friends who are working in a plant, and I mean, they are mechanical engineers, and they are learning coding because they are saying that there is some process which is, I mean, which is run manually. If I can automate that, I will get a good recognition there. So it depends. If you want to be a software developer, you must learn. If you don't want to be and you want to go to the core field, then it's optional.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Gautam, sir, would you like to say something?
I completely agree. Like it's just like a side skill which can helpful, and it also depends. So like many people, like in many colleges, there's no in the beginning only IT companies come for the placement, and people want to get the job in the first hand. So I think if you have, you know, what is the placement scenario in last 2 or 3 years, then you know which company will come in the first 2 months, and still you are interested to learn, then you can easily do it. And don't think like if you are from mechanical engineering and then you cannot learn coding. For the job perspective, I don't see we need much computer science skill to write a program. So only like any programming language, for example, C or DS, and somehow the basic concept of DBMS will help you to even the compete the good computer science student. So it's just a dedication that you want to learn this skill.
Okay. Thank you, sir. We have another question. Can coding will be helpful for, sorry, I'm repeating the question. Another question, yeah. How to prepare for GRE? This is the question from Shashwat. So, Gautam, sir?
Yeah, so I mean, like for GRE, is like there are two or three sections mainly. So for GRE, you need good math and like good English. So good math, like they are like the GRE is like kind of adaptive exam. So it gives random question which based on your the correctness of the previous question. So if the first question is correct, you will get much harder question, and so on. It's like a series: correct, hard, correct, hard, correct, hard. If you are doing something wrong, then you will get the easy question, and your overall marks will be calculated based on that. And for the English, there are some like normal English which we do in the 12th standard, like paragraph writing and then the essay writing. So for overall GRE, I think you can start practicing math and like some similar to the like syllabus of the cat, and you can take that book and give some practice test so much. And before, because the cost of GRE is a lot, like around 13 14 or in between 14 15,000 now. So like before you register for the exam, you should practice a lot, and you should know that what is the range of your score coming. Like the maximum is 340, So if you are scoring like 320 or 310, then you can register for the exam. So it's just about study the basic concept of English and math, and then practice, and then register for the exam.
Okay, so we have another question, and it is from Aditya Jaswal. As being fourth year student now, I got to know a product-based company is asking mostly from DS, as I have to face some interviews, how to learn these concepts in less time. So, Vikram sir, any views on this one?
Yeah, as we discussed just now, that DS is, I mean, very important for product-based company because, I mean, they are more focused on the optimized code. They want to build a high-performance product. So if you are asking me how to prepare for that, I'll suggest that if you see any company's question, if you will go through that, they will mostly asking a few basic things like they will be expecting basics from freshers. So you can start with array, you can start with array, a linked list, tree, then then you can move to graph, and then you can sorting, then searching, then you can more focus on the algorithm part like graph or yeah, those sites, so advanced DS basically. So if you ask me the time, so I don't think that for basic DS you can complete it in, I think, 2 month or 3 month if you are dedicated, if you are giving 2 hour every day. I think you can complete the concepts. But again, problem solving depends on you. I mean, it will not come to you if you are thinking that I will rate complete DS. Then also maybe you are not able to solve some problem, but you will be knowing the concept, and at the time of interview you can apply for that, or you can tell the option that I can use this data structure or this. You will get some hint from interviewer. So first you should go from basic TS and like array, linked list, and then tree, then graph, and then you can go with advanced TS. And if you are aiming for product based company, one day you need to learn. Either you learn today or you join some company and then you start learning. So if you will ask me from my personal experience, I had studied data structure in my second year. That time I was not knowing that this is, I mean, that much important. And then then I just I just leave it that time. And then what I did after joining the first company, then again I started from scratch. So whatever you guys are studying in the college, from there again I had to start to make good switch. Good switch means to move to the good company. So one day you need to learn if you are aiming for product based company, so better you start today.
Okay, thank you, sir. Gautam sir, any points would you like to add?
I completely agree. So like last year I was learning the B plus tree and how to optimize the fetching of their data from the database. So it's like either you learn in the early stage or you have to learn in the later stage. So it's the learning you have to do it. So sometimes and when I will advise one thing, say don't learn on the book or the copy and paste. So try, if you are learning anything, use any interpreter or compiler to see the output. So if you are seeing the output in the terminal or any ID, then that is the your, and then you see like okay, you have learned it. If you are just writing the code with by seeing some video in copy and paste, then you are never going to be code in any language, or for any small company or any service company, you are not never going to pass the coding exam. So for as we become say, I agree. So just learn any DS and practice it, and take any real world problem like storing house market price or anything, and see the output in the terminal of your computer.
Okay, thank you, sir. So we have another question. The person is Sandeep and he wants to ask, how can I apply for off-campus placement? What is the best platform for that, like LinkedIn, Naukri.com and all? And I'm getting less opportunities from these platforms. I'm looking for product-based companies. Please guide me from where I should apply. So Vikram sir, anything?
Yeah, so like LinkedIn will definitely help you. Maybe this is not that much helpful for fresher, but for experience, LinkedIn. I would say if you want to switch the job, LinkedIn will be useful for you. But I'm talking in perspective of fresher. So like you should follow some of the company's career website. So let's say if you are aiming for some Microsoft, or you can go through their company's in their portal, and you can apply even in their career page. So let's say if I talk about Google, you can go career.google.com, you can apply. So then you need to upload your CV, then they will do they will do screening on your CV, and you can get call. But LinkedIn will help you. How? I'll say you that if you are active on LinkedIn, and if you are following if you have good network, then sometime HR, or sometime recruiter will share job opening over the LinkedIn. So you can catch there, and from there again you can you can either apply, or you can directly talk to recruiter. But one suggestion from my side, don't I am also getting lots of message in LinkedIn. Some people will just do hi Vikram. So don't send this kind of message, because if you will if you will be sending hi Vikram, again he's not going to reply. In single message you can write everything, that hi Vikram, I am looking for the job opportunity. I just passed out. If you have any reference, can please let me know. So in single message you can send to any person. If their company, if there will be some opening for fresher, they will they will get back to you. And again in LinkedIn also, for company there is some page, like you can follow Microsoft page, you can follow some company's page. So if there will be some opening, they will they will post there also. So different source is there, so you need to follow all if you are fresher. But once you have experience, then maybe you can stick to LinkedIn.
Okay, thank you, sir. Gautam, sir, any points to mention?
Yeah, I agree with Vikram, but one more suggestion: don't use like daily English. Like if you are writing hi, 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 like in the daily English, like we change the spelling of the word. So if you are using like you, the grammar in English we spell like you, but in LinkedIn I see many people like send a message like, oh hi, how are you? Hey, how? So try to be very professional. If as becomes like if you are writing something, try to be like precise and say like a professional English. So don't treat them as a, like your friend. Even if you are talking with your friend in LinkedIn, then it's a different case. But like if you are talking to any HR of same age group, or then don't be like unprofessional. So be professional. Try write a proper English. And apart from the LinkedIn, you can or the career portal, you can also join many groups, and not for the like a scam post, but many groups are also active, and they are sharing the when usually the many service based company are having the campus drive for the off campus drive like Mu Sigma or TCS. So you will be notified from there. So that's also option. So it's like keep your eye open and see where it's coming, and try to check your email. If you are subscribed to the career portal of the company, they also notify you by the email.
Okay, thank you, sir. We have another question from Rahul Kuldeep. I am second year student and I want to ask how I should start my GATE preparation. So Gautam, sir, would you like to answer this?
Yeah, I think from second year, if you're from CS, then I think you can cover the like usually in second year we have like, you already know the concept of like C and the mainly you yeah in second year yeah during the sorry yeah second year during the second year you have already covered the concept of like DS and maybe by the fourth semester DBMS. So I think you can take follow the trend of the your college semester. Sorry, college syllabus. So if you are learning like C, DS, and DBMS, and then maybe in the fifth semester OS, so you can just try because in the gate there are like 9 or 10 subjects. So you can just prepare the questions for like those subjects in that semester. So if you are like learning C and DS, then you try to solve the question of the logical coding and try to take some cheap practice test from any platform. So cheap in the sense like don't spend much money for the test series and try to see how much score you are getting. So if you are getting a good score and you have a good speed throughout the like 2 years, then I think you can easily crack the gate.
Okay, thank you, sir. We have another question. The name is not mentioned. So she's asking, from where to start if one is not from CS background, and what about the current trend going on this IT sector?
Mhm.
The question is not clear, I think, but
Yeah,
I hope Vikram sir will
yeah, I
manage
got
to
it.
answer.
So yeah, so if you are asking me that you are not from CS background, from where you can start. So first you should start with one language. You don't go for DS now. Just take one language, whatever you have in your, I mean, your syllabus. So I know even, I mean, a few branch or nowadays also a few branch has C language. So you can start with C and just go for 15 days. 15 days solve some very easy problem. Don't go for hard problem. Otherwise, you will not be, I mean, you will not be motivated and then you will leave it. So just complete few basics question. Then you can come to hacker rank. So in hacker rank, while registering, you just register and there will be some tag there. So easy, medium, hard. Just click on easy. So if you will click on easy on hacker rank, you will get only easy question. So try to solve that. I mean those questions. And if you will go, I am 100% sure that you will be able to solve because those are very easy. So first you will start learning one language. Second, go to HackerRank, solve 10 to 12 problem or 15 problem. Third, now you should come to data structure. So just take data structure book or first clear the theoretical part and then again just try to apply those data structure on that HackerRank website. So now, I mean, if you are following this, I think in 50 days you will know basics of one language, data structure, and then eventually, I mean, you can shift to some more medium level question and then hard level question. So that should be your strategy. And apart from that, if you want to add, you can learn DBMS with this thing. So DBMS are not that much tough. If you will start learning SQL or SQL, it will be easy for you. So you can manage
Thank
and then you will get some confident. Once you will get some confident, then you can again go for advanced DS.
Okay, thank you, sir. Gautam sir, any views on this one?
Yeah, I completely agree with like what you can do on the hacker and choosing the like medium level of your skill. So, but one thing may people even from CS background they face like when they start coding they get so much error. So like even for writing a print function they skip the one double quotes or the right side round bracket and they get error like print. I mean they don't get output but they get error. So the thing is, try to read the error. So more in any programming language, error will say what is happening and what should you do. So and if you are able to understand the error, so I think in future even if first time you have to search on Google, you have to search on ask friends or seniors, but slowly and slowly you learn that what this error is saying. So don't I mean run away from the errors. Try to handle the error and make Stack Overflow as your friend. So and GitHub as your friend. So if you are learning like a hack, I'm starting at a hacker rank. Maybe you are not able to solve the problem, and you completely get a new problem. There are many of solutions available on GitHub Overflow. For any error, you can post your also question on the Stack Overflow. There are many developers are sitting there to help you. So there are already many platforms where you can ask the question. So don't skip from the errors, or if you are not able to code, try to stick to the over like want to learn the coding. So once you cross the threshold of learning coding, you will enjoy it, and you will not need any suggestion from anyone. You can increase your level slowly and slowly.
Okay, thank you, sir. We have another question from Neetu Verma, and she's asking, what is the work of a system engineer? How they are supporting in a company? So, Vikram, sir, can you answer this, please?
Yeah, so if you are talking about system engineer, it's just a designation. So if you are joining Infosys, so any profile you are, I mean, any profile you are working on, your designation will be system engineer. So I mean, these are just designation. It will vary, I mean, company to company. So if you talk about Amazon may not have system engineer profile. I mean, profile, it is not profile, it is designation. So Amazon may not have system engineer designation, but like Infosys has system engineer designation. So it basically, it doesn't matter to you. You should more worried about the role. So like if you are asking me about role, so there can be multiple role. Like you can be software developer who develops the software. You can be a testing engineer or software engineer in test. So basically you will test the software which is developed by software developer. You can be database administrator, you can be a system administrator. So system administrator is the person who basically manage the infra. Yeah, so I would say that you should be more focused on role, not on designation.
Okay, thank you, sir. Gautam, sir, any points would you like to
And I
add?
completely agree. So it's like a hierarchy. So it's like a first year, second year. So like in TCS, there people start with assistant system engineer. Then after 2 years, they become system engineer. Then ITA and then senior ITA. So it's like their hierarchical culture to decide your salary, to decide your. But it's not like that if you are very lowest position and you are not doing good job. So if you are working in a team, then you also are doing the same kind of work. I mean, after a few months, like 6 months or 8 months, as your 4 or 5 years of experience colleague are doing. And if you see like US company, they are using like some Roman number like 1, 2, like software engineer 1, software engineer 2. So it's just their hierarchical for the categorization of group of employee. So it doesn't matter anything to your skill or your knowledge. You will more or less you will doing the same kind of job as others are doing.
Okay, thank you, sir. Just a few more questions, and after that we will end. There is a girl, Sushma, and she wants to ask, how can we manage to prepare both for semester exam and placement simultaneously? So, Gautam, sir, can you answer this, please?
Yeah, I think there still is a gap. Like any college man try to have a gap between the exam and the placement dates. So only it comes during the problem seventh semester. So when might you have some company visiting and then only you have exam during the month of December or hardly by January. So, but placement session starts mainly from July or August. In many college, I am at least in tier 2, tier 3 college, July, August, because in big college they have a different schedule. So when you have already started, like if you have after the vacation of sixth semester, you start doing preparation for the placement. So if you already attended some interview or some uh, like some placement test, so you are already in the pace. So I think you don't need to do anything different during the semester exam. You can just take 2 weeks break because usually college don't invite company during the semester exam. The exception can be there. So if you are already practicing from the July or August, I don't think it will hamper your seventh semester. And before that, there is no intersection of semester exam and the placement.
Okay, thank you, sir. Vikram, sir, anything would you like to add?
Yeah, as Gautam suggested that, I mean, if you are the main problem you will face in the third year, like in seventh semester. So till second year, what you should do, you should focus on one subject like DS and programming. You can give some more time, and apart from that, you can read those subjects which are in syllabus in deep. I mean, if you are studying everything in deep, then again it will be useful in your interview. And in seventh semester, I'm not sure about current syllabus, but in our time it was more of project. So there was very less subject and more was project. So that time again you can focus on project. It is going to help you in the interview.
Thank you, sir. There is one more important question, which has been asked by Aditya, and the question is: are grades important for placement? So, Gautam, sir, your views on this one?
I will say yes, grades important everywhere. So people say, oh, you are if you are in college, if you even if you have good skill, you can do well. I think grades matters everywhere. So if you every company has the selection criteria, so they will filter you based on the grade. So like if you have a very less CGPA like 6 or 6.5, I mean like if you are not uh, if you're crossing the criteria, then you will not allow to sit. And like after like getting the first job and 1 or 2 years of experience, after that grades is not going to add anything in your profile. But during the placement is really matters a lot. And many company also look for your mainly service based company also look for your 10th and 12th grade. So for example, Tech Mahindra for Tech Mahindra for in 10th or 12th, I think you should have 70% of the I mean more than 70% in 10th and 12th. So just see the trends of last 2 years of your college and which companies are coming. So if you are not fitting in any company, I mean, first or two company, don't aim for that. So like if, for example, TCS has a criteria that you should not have 2 years of gap, more than 2 years of gap. So don't aim for TCS if you have 3 years of gap. You can try in different company, and there are range of different companies are coming. So look at the last 2 years trend, and more or less 80% same company will repeat in every college. So, and in short, grades matters, and are not only after your job, like you are applying for higher study also, then also grades matters. But once you have experience, then grades are not going to play any role.
Okay, thank you, sir. Vikram, sir, a few points on this one.
Yeah, so as Gautam told, like for higher study, I mean, more grade, you will get some more point, even if you are trying for CAT or in any examination for higher study. But what I feel that if you are targeting for software engineer job or software developer, so I mean, 7 point if you are maintaining, that should be fine, because as Gautam told that most of the company is asking for 70%. So 7 point above 7, it should be okay. Because if you are like if you are putting more time to get 9 point something, I think it will not going to help you. So yes, but yeah, if you are not giving time and you are scoring 5 point or 6 point something, maybe then few company will filter you. So you need to balance it. So from my side, I'll tell you that you should maintain 7 plus if you are targeting for job, and if you are targeting for higher study, then if you have more, I mean, if you have higher grade, you will get more point.
Okay, thank you, sir. Uh, so I think we should end this session, and we are extremely delighted to have you. We are thrilled that you have enlightened us with the various career opportunities and the problems the students face. So thank you so much, Vikram sir and Gautam sir. Uh, your session has been great, and we're really thankful that you have helped us in the great way. So, sir, a few words before ending the session. Vikram, sir.
I was expecting some question from resume building and some mentoring side, but since I didn't get those questions, so just taking this opportunity to answer those questions, that you should always, I mean, stick to one page resume for freshers, and you should always have one good mentor. So you can choose mentor. I mean, you can reach any your college senior or anyone who can mentor you. Yeah. So that's all from my side, and all the best.
Yeah, thank you,
Just don't
sir.
give up.
Gautam, sir.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
I mean, like I will suggest like we are more concentrated about job, and I know the financial situation is the big part of our life. So if you are really need money in your family, then that's a different case. But don't make job is a part of life. Skill is good, learn code, learn, do exams, do well, bachelor's or a school. But like, don't think like, after like final year, like I say, see many people are in depressed, not actually with the disease, but like kind of depressed or like living alone. So, and because friends are getting job, so job is a part of life. I can assure you, like everybody will get job, any kind of job. So you will get job, you will earn money. So don't focus much on the job, try to focus on your skill. Once you have a skill, I'm very sure like you will get job in good company, and maybe in later in the product based company. So that's my only suggestion, and good luck with you all.
yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for all the great words which we have said today. And we have our next session at 4 p.m. with two more speakers, Mr. Ankur Kumar from IIT BHU and IIM, and Mr. Aditya, who is a gate topper. So I hope you will be there. And in the next session, we will be discussing more about group discussion interview, personality development, and spoken English resume building. So we will be waiting for you by that time. So thank you so much, everyone, and thank you to the team of Babaki Pathshaala for organizing such a great event. And thank you so much for all the participants, to the speakers, and everyone. So thank you once again.
Thank you, bye.
Bye.
Yeah.